Hello friends, and welcome to another day of Bookmas. If we haven't met before, welcome to my channel. My name is Haley and I like to read books and talk about them online. And today's video is going to be a holiday winter themed reading vlog, which as always, I am so excited about. In this video, I'm planning to read my holiday romance books that I picked out for this season. I'm also going to continue the book I'm currently reading, which is kind of on my winter TBR. And then I have another book that is also on my winter TBR that I might read if I finish those first three. The first book I will be reading in this vlog is Good Spirits by B.K. Borison. I started reading this one in my Getting Into the Holiday Spirit vlog a few videos back. I'm still only about 40 some pages in and I'm really excited to continue this one. I mentioned in my other video that I'm already really enjoying this one, which is huge because holiday romances are extremely hit or miss for me. But with the paranormal elements in this, I'm really liking it. I'm thinking it's really fun. I'm really enjoying these characters. I'm really enjoying the writing. Our male main character is an Irish ghost, and his job as a ghost is to haunt people who have done bad things. And his latest assignment is to haunt our female main character, Harriet. But where I'm currently at, we don't know why she has been chosen to be haunted. We don't know what she's done. So I'm really intrigued to find out more about that because so far our male main character, Nolan, is skeptical because she doesn't seem like she's a bad person or done anything bad. So I'm really interested to see how things will play out. If she has done something bad, what the dynamic between them will be like. There's already been a little bit of flirtiness between them, which I'm really enjoying. So I'm really excited to see where this story will go. And right from the first page, this one is definitely giving the Christmas holiday vibes, so I'm also really loving that. The other book I'm currently reading right now is When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. I've been meaning to pick this one up for so long and I have finally gotten around to reading it. I'm about 30% into this one right now and I feel like my thoughts are a little all over the place. I'm not totally sure how to feel about this book. After reading the first few chapters, I really thought I was going to love it and I was gonna like the writing, but the more I'm reading, the more I'm not feeling that way. I'm not sure yet. That might still change. I feel like I just need to read more and get further into this story to really form my opinion. And I'll be honest, I'm still feeling a little bit confused about everything that's going on in the plot so far, so I feel like I can't adequately explain everything or what this book is fully about. But it is a fantasy romance. There are dragons. We are following our FMC Rave. She is an assassin, but her world is turned upside down when she is captured and imprisoned. Where I'm currently at, she is still very much stuck in that situation and we're not really sure how she is going to get out of this. Things are looking really bleak for her at the moment, and that's basically where I'm at. So the plot is definitely very intriguing, but there are a lot of aspects in this world that are just a bit confusing at this point. So we'll see if things start to make a little more sense as I read on, but that is where I'm at with this one, so I plan to continue this book as well. And then as this is a holiday reading vlog, I would like to read another holiday romance, so I have Snowed In by Catherine Walsh. I picked this one up in my holiday book shopping vlog as well. I believe this one is set in Ireland, which I really like and kind of drew me to this book at first. I know this book has a fake dating trope and the main characters end up in a situation where they are snowed in at a cabin, so I'm hoping this will be a really fun read. It seems like it could definitely be just a cozy holiday romance, so I'm definitely excited to give this one a try. I'm not sure how long this vlog will be, maybe a few days worth of reading. We'll see, maybe less, maybe more. I'm gonna start off by continuing Good Spirits. I'm definitely the most excited about this one and I'm enjoying it the most, so I really want to continue this. So let's get cozy and start reading. Hey guys, I thought I would do a little check-in on this book before I head to bed. I'm on page 158, so I'm just shy of halfway through, and I am absolutely loving this book so far. Since talking about this at the beginning of the video, I have found out a little bit more about our ghost MMC. I know I told you guys that his job as a ghost is to come back and haunt these people, and he does this only at Christmas time, and he doesn't actually know what these people have done wrong. Part of his job is going back into the past with these people, discovering what they did wrong and then passing them on to the next ghost. And then once he's done that, he's done for the year and he's kind of just stuck as a ghost in the same place by himself, lonely. I'm really liking him as a main character. I'm liking that we're getting these little bits about how he feels in the afterlife as a ghost and how obviously it's not at all like he expected it would be, but he is also just so incredibly charming. I absolutely love him, and I'm really loving the dynamic between him and our female main character Harriet. So they've kind of been visiting Harriet's past together, trying to figure out what it is she did, and I'm also really liking Harriet as a female main character. We're learning a little bit about her past with her family, and it seems like she wasn't always treated the best, but she still is very empathetic, so I'm really enjoying her character. I'm just really loving things between these two main characters. They bicker a lot and it is quite funny, and the tension between them is slowly building, and it is so good. Right from the start when they meet, they kind of have this mutual attraction towards each other, but obviously he's a ghost and she's a human, so they both know that whatever attraction they may have, it can't be anything more than that, because a ghost and a human, that's never gonna work. And honestly, just thinking about that aspect of this book myself, the fact that he's a ghost and she's a human and they can't end up together, that has me a little stressed because I'm really enjoying these two characters and I am finding myself rooting for them. So I am a little scared to see how this book will end, but we're not going to think about that right now. We're just going to continue reading and continue enjoying this story. I'm really looking forward to learning more about both of these characters' pasts, and if there is a reason that they have been brought together, something bigger than just a ghost haunting a human. I'm definitely hoping it is a bigger reason, and I'm excited to see it all play out. So that's basically the update for now. I am really loving this. I love that we're diving into these characters' emotions, and I feel like we're really getting to know them well. Again, I am loving the tension in here. Anyways, this book is great. I cannot wait to read more tomorrow. I think I'm gonna put this down for the night and get ready for bed because I am quite tired right now. I'm gonna pick this back up tomorrow and hopefully finish it then. So I will check in with you guys tomorrow. Hello friends, time for a little reading update. I have just finished Good Spirits by B.K. Borison, and I am happy to report that I absolutely loved this book. This actually ended up being so much more than just a holiday paranormal romance book. This was actually a really beautiful and emotional read. First, I'll say I absolutely loved the writing in this. I had never read a B.K. Borison book before this, and this was a fantastic first impression. The writing was beautiful and it was just really easy to get swept away in. And I also really love the fact that this is paranormal. I loved that our male main character was a ghost. In a holiday setting, he is a ghost of Christmas past, and I thought that was just really fun. Despite being just a holiday romance, this story actually had so much depth and emotion. I found the FMC to be super relatable. She is very much a people pleaser and does so much for other people without really getting anything in return, and honestly gets treated poorly in return. And the male main character in this is fantastic. He's charming, he is so sweet, he falls first, and both of these main characters really yearn for love. They are both two very lonely people, and I really like how this book explored that by going into their pasts, and the dynamic and connection that forms between our two main characters was just so beautiful and soft. There was bickering, there was flirty banter, and there was just so much understanding and acceptance between them. This was just such a beautiful romance. They really helped each other so much. They were there for each other, they accepted each other, and the mutual pining between them was amazing. I just thought this was such a beautiful story with so much emotional depth, and I was actually crying at the end of this book, which is crazy. I was not expecting to cry while reading this, but I did. This is absolutely my favorite holiday romance book I've ever read. There are a lot of little Christmas references throughout this book. It is obviously set during the holiday season, but obviously the romance really is the star of the show. Again, I also really loved how much depth we had with these characters, loved how relatable they were, and all of that just really allowed me to connect with them quite deeply. And yeah, I just really enjoyed every second of this book. I had a great time. I love a beautiful story. I love an emotional story. I love a paranormal story, and this book has all of that. So I thought this was absolutely fantastic. As for my rating, I was gonna say 4.5, but honestly this might be a 5-star read for me. I can't really think of anything that I didn't like in this book. I honestly just loved it all. And also, I think I mentioned this previously, but the audiobook for this was absolutely fantastic. I loved the narrators, and they just really brought this story to life. They put so much emotion into their narration, so the audiobook is phenomenal as well. So this is one I would highly recommend immersive reading because I just think the experience is amazing. And again, our ghost male main character is Irish, so we do have a narrator that is talking in an Irish accent, which I loved. So yeah, that is the update for now. I have finished the first book. I have finished Good Spirits. Absolutely adored it. Highly recommend for the holiday season. This was just a fantastic book. Now, before I dive into the next holiday romance book, I am planning on finishing When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. My feelings on this continue to be very mixed. I am not totally sure if I'm loving this. I think I'm about 60% into this book right now, and I'm just struggling with the writing a little bit. It feels overly metaphorical, and I'm finding that that is taking away from it being lyrical and poetic. It just starts to feel a little bit more clunky to me. And I'm finding that the glossary and the terms in this book are not organically woven into the story like they should be. I think for intricate world building to be successful, all of these terms and descriptions should be organically woven into the story itself so that the story can really stand on its own, and so that the reader doesn't have to go back and reference the glossary constantly. I feel like that takes away from the reading experience a little bit, but that is just how I'm feeling right now. I'm hoping that as I continue reading, my experience will get better. I still have about 40% left of this book, but that is my small update on this one for now. I am going to continue reading this, and I will check back in with you guys a little bit later to give you more of my thoughts. Hey guys, I have just finished reading When the Moon Hatched. I have a lot of thoughts on this book. After finishing this, I just took a minute to reflect and get all of my thoughts in order. This is totally unrelated, but during that time of reflection, I decided to go to Starbucks and grab my first holiday drinks of the season because I've been craving them so badly, and I did say drinks plural. I did get 2 because I'm indecisive and I really wanted both. I am a peppermint mocha girl. I think this drink is so good. And then I also really wanted to try their gingerbread cold foam, so I got an iced chai with the gingerbread cold foam, and look at how cute their Christmas cups are this year. With all the little bows, I mean, this is adorable. I love these cups. Anyways, getting back on track, let's talk about When the Moon Hatched and what I thought. So unfortunately, this book did end up being disappointing for me. I feel like I went into this with really high hopes. I was really excited. So many of my friends and mutuals really loved this book, so that made me think I was going to love it as well, and that was definitely what I was expecting. But in the end, I did end up having quite a few issues with this book. I think for starters, the prose just wasn't really what I was expecting. I thought it was going to be very lyrical and poetic, but for me, the prose was just so overly metaphorical that it felt overdone, and it often pulled me out of the story instead of enhancing it. That's one of the reasons I love lyrical writing so much, because I often find that it really just enhances the story. But with this book, I didn't really think that was the case, which is really too bad. I think her writing style just might not be the best fit for me, but despite that, I still do want to read more of her books and see if that actually is the case. My second issue with this book was the world building. I am someone that really loves a unique and complex world, and this book does have a very long glossary, and initially that was promising to me. However, a lot of the terms and the creatures that are in the glossary were actually lacking proper descriptions in the story itself. And personally, I think in order for complex world building to be successful, these descriptions should be integrated into the story organically so that the story can really stand on its own. Some other little things about this that I didn't love: the pacing felt a bit off. We were jumping from scene to scene with little explanation, and for such a long book, not a lot happened in the plot, which is too bad. And my last issue was with our female main character, Rave. I just really struggled to connect with her, and I didn't love her as an FMC. Her character throughout this book was very stagnant. There was little to no growth at all. But with that being said, I do think that leaves an opportunity for book 2 to have a lot of character growth, which I'm really hoping will be the case. Because of course I would love for her character to grow on me and to feel like I can understand her a little bit better and actually root for her and the romance in the story. What I did like about this book is our male main character, Khan. I just thought he was a fantastic male main character. He's kind, he's caring, he's loving, he's really patient. He is just a huge green flag, so I really loved him. And then I also really loved the dragons in this book. I thought they were very cool and very unique, but they aren't super present in the plot of this one. So again, I'm imagining that they will be much more present in book 2. So with all that being said, I do think this book has a lot of potential and a lot of unique elements. I just think some aspects of this really missed the mark for me. But again, the longer I sit with this book, the more excited I feel about the potential book 2 has. I feel like there is a huge opportunity for so much character growth, a lot more with the dragons, and just a lot more plot. So even though this was a bit disappointing, I am really starting to look forward to the second book because I just feel like there is so much potential, and it would be just amazing to see all of that come to fruition. So for this book, I have landed on a 3-star rating. Okay, moving on to our next book in this reading vlog. I am going back to the holiday romance, and I am going to pick up Snowed In by Catherine Walsh. I'm looking forward to trying this one. I don't have super high expectations. I'm thinking it'll just be an easy to digest Christmas romance. This book has childhood acquaintances that go back home for the holidays and they end up in a fake dating situation. And I can't remember what I said about this book at the start of the video, but it is in fact a part of an interconnected standalone series, and this is the second book in the series. I have not actually read the first book, but recently I have seen some people online saying that they do recommend reading book 1 before you read this one. And the first book is called Holiday Romance, and I believe the characters you meet in this one will show up in this book. So I just wanted to mention that in case you guys wanted to read either of these books so you can decide which one you want to read first. But for me, it's not a super huge deal because these are just really light, easy reads, and I'm not sure how invested I will be in this story. Like I said before, holiday romances can be kind of hit or miss for me. Same with contemporary romance. So that's why I have no problem just diving into this one first. I'm just gonna start this one. I'm excited for it. And who knows, if I do end up loving this one, then maybe next holiday season I will go back and read the first book. But anyways, that is the update. That is the plan on what I'm gonna read next. So I'm gonna get cozy. I'm gonna enjoy my drinks. I'm gonna start reading this book, and I will check back in with you guys in a little while with some thoughts. Okay, time for a quick little update on this book. I'm about 100 pages in and I'm actually really loving it. I was not expecting to enjoy this so quickly. I feel like I'm just having the best luck with the seasonal romances this year. Maybe I'm just in the mood for them, I don't know, but I'm really happy that I'm enjoying this. Basically, our two main characters are not super happy with the situation they're in their lives. Our female main character left her fiance at the altar 4 years ago, and our male main character has been single for a long time and he feels like his family really pities him, but they both need to go home for Christmas this year, and our MMC Christian is dreading it because of his family, and our FMC Megan is dreading it because she doesn't want to run into her ex and go back to the town where everybody knows what she did. And these two actually grew up together. They went to school together when they were younger. They just happened to run into each other in the present. So they decide that they should use each other and enter a fake relationship so that they don't have to go home for Christmas alone. And so far this plot has been really fun. Basically, Christian really convinces Megan that this fake dating thing is a good idea, and now they've been spending some time together, getting to know each other, laying out all the rules, what they need to know, so that everybody will think they're actually in a relationship. And even though there isn't anything romantic going on between these characters right now, I'm already finding that they have really great chemistry together, and their banter is so good. I am really enjoying their dynamic and seeing them interact, and I just can't wait to get further into this book and see how things play out, see what happens when they actually meet each other's families. This is super easy to read and just get swept away in. I don't want to put this down. I'm really excited to keep reading, and it probably won't take me too long to get through this book, but I will definitely check back in with you guys soon when I have some more updates or when I finish the book. Because yeah, this is only a little over 300 pages. I'm already 100 pages in, so I will definitely be finishing this one quite quickly. But again, so far, great vibes. I didn't realize how much I liked the fake dating trope, but I'm really loving it in this. So that is all for now, and I will check back in with you guys a little bit later. Okay, I just finished reading Snowed In, and I have great news. I absolutely loved this book. This was such a pleasant surprise. I honestly cannot believe that I had 2 holiday romance successes this year. I don't know what's in the air. I don't know what's gotten into me. Maybe I just needed something lighter, but I absolutely ate this book up. I loved it. The Christmas vibes in this book are absolutely perfect. Usually my fear with holiday romance books is that it's going to be really cheesy and just hard to believe and hard to get into because of that, but that was not the case with this book at all. I honestly felt like I was watching a Christmas movie the whole time, and that was just so perfect. I would say that this book is perfectly Christmassy. It has just the right amount of Christmas vibes. I thought the writing in this book is so great. Sometimes with Christmas romance books, I'm not super invested in the story, but with this one, I really was. I did not want to put this book down. It literally felt like a Christmas movie, and all of the characters were so great. Especially our 2 main characters. I really enjoyed both of them, and this book is how I found out that I actually like the fake dating trope. I think it was perfectly executed in this book, and it was so fun to read, and right from the very start of this book, our 2 main characters have such great chemistry. It is so obvious from the start, maybe not to them, but to me as the reader, I could just feel the chemistry even when they were just friends. The banter between them was so great and so effortless. Honestly, their entire connection just felt effortless. It just worked so well. I think the characters and the story were just really well crafted. The pacing was perfect, and overall, this was just such a fun read. I really enjoyed myself. I really enjoyed this story. I enjoyed the characters. I enjoyed the Christmas vibes. I enjoyed the fact that it is set in Ireland and we have Irish characters. I don't know what it is about an Irish setting and Irish characters that I love so much, but again, both of the holiday romance books I read this year have Irish characters and I loved them both, so I don't know, I guess that just works for me in my books. Again, for just a short Christmas romance read, I thought this was fantastic, and I'm giving this 4.5 stars. And I will absolutely be adding this to my holiday romance book recommendation list. Okay, I think this is where I'm going to end the reading vlog. After the high of that last book, I feel like this is the perfect place to end and to leave this off as mainly a holiday romance reading vlog. I have to say, this was such a fun reading vlog. I read 2 books that I really loved. I honestly was not expecting to love Good Spirits and Snowed In this much. There is just no better feeling than finding and reading new books that you actually end up really loving, and now I can recommend them to you guys, so I'm just so happy about all of this. I know we had 1 book in this vlog that wasn't a huge success, but that is okay. I'm still glad that I read When the Moon Hatched and finally gave it a try, because it has been sitting on my shelf for a very long time, and even though it wasn't my favorite read, I am still gonna pick up the second book, I think. But anyways, thank you guys for joining me in this little holiday reading vlog. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I hope you guys found 2 new holiday romance books that you can add to your holiday TBR. I guarantee both of those books will get you feeling in the holiday spirit. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next Bookmas video. Bye!